Over the years, I've had the privilege of driving some of my all-time dream cars. The M4 Competition, Audi RS3 Quattro Sportback, to list a few. Others I've been lucky enough to experience from the passenger seat. Every single one of those moments has been unforgettable, and words can hardly describe what they meant to me. But through it all, there's always been something missing. The one dream I've been chasing from the very beginning was to one day call a car my very own. A project, a journey, and the start of a whole new chapter for Cars924. Today, we're at We Buy Cars on a mission to buy our very first project car for the channel. We'll be searching through the cars on the showroom floor, from the mid-price vehicles inside the dome to the value buys. Some are in surprisingly good condition.
It's a really great car. I mean, like, don't get me wrong.
While others need some serious TLC.
It's a little bit cracked right here.
We will inspect them closely, uncover their flaws, and see which ones are actually worth considering. There was one that stood above the rest,
But wow, this will be an amazing channel car.
and made me bite the bullet. The dream finally becomes a reality.
Good day, beautiful day, everybody. Welcome back to the Cars924 YouTube channel. My name is Kazai, and welcome back to another brand new exciting episode. One that's been a long time coming, and it's way overdue. As you would have read in the title and thumbnail, you join me here at We Buy Cars, the Dome, in search for the brand new channel car here for Cars924. Now, there's two specific locations that we're going to be having a look at some of the inventory. So it's going to be the main big dome, which is sitting right behind me, and then also there's going to be another section that also sits right behind me, is the cheaper side, well, the compromise side of the vehicles, in search for something very exciting, a brand new channel car here for Cars924. Now, if you're new to the channel, welcome. This is the place where everything is cars. Subscribe to the channel and turn on your post notifications to be alerted when a new episode is dropped. Also, don't forget to follow our Cars924 social media platforms. I'll make sure to leave a link in the description box down below so you guys can check them all out. Now, without any further ado, let's go look for a brand new channel car. We start in the main building, the main dome, where most of their cars are actually sitting right inside. Let's go browse and take a look.
Before we start searching for Cars924's very first project car, I need to set a few ground rules. I've got 4 non-negotiables. Number 1, the car has to run and drive. Number 2, it has to be either a sedan or a hatchback. Number 3, it must be a manual because nothing beats the engagement of shifting your own gears. And finally, it has to come in at 100,000 Rand or less. If it ticks all 4 boxes, it's officially in the running.
Now, if you've been here to this dealership, you will understand the sheer size of the dome. It is pretty massive. I think there's plus maybe 200 to 300 cars here, but let's not waste any time and go for the hunt for the brand new channel car. So as I said in the beginning of the video, my price range for this vehicle, for the brand new project car for Cars924, should be about 100,000 Rand or less. It needs to be a manual transmission. Thirdly, the car mustn't be perfect. It should have its patina, some battle scars, so that we have the opportunity to fix that up on camera and to be as brutal and honest with you about the car ownership experiences and some of the financial costs that you incur when you need to get the car aesthetically good operating condition. Now, before I purchase this car, give them the money and then drive off into the sunset happily, there's something that I need to explain to all of you. These cars that you see here inside the dome and also outside come with a grading system. It's called a Decker report. Let me quickly explain that to you.
Every car comes with a Decker report, which gives you an independent assessment of its overall condition. Vehicles are then graded into categories, with Category A generally representing the best overall condition, while the lower categories may have more cosmetic wear, mechanical issues, or repairs that need attention. It's a great way to know exactly what you're looking at before making a decision, especially when you're shopping for a project car like we are today.
Okay, so now that you've been caught up with the basic fundamental understanding of the Decker report, let's take this opportunity to have a walk on the showroom floor and see exactly what sort of car we're looking for as a channel car. So to be honest with you, I've actually had a comprehensive walk around just just before I started filming, and inside here there is barely anything that's below 100,000. But I just thought, out of interest sake, let me just show you some of the cars that they have on the floor, and let me not get too distracted. Oh my word, is that a Defender? Now these are pretty unique. You actually don't get to see much of these on the road, let alone one that is triple black, fully black all the way. This looks more or less like a wrap if I'm not mistaken, but the likelihood of paint could be a 50-50, but I would lean more towards the side of this car actually being a wrap.
As cool as the Land Rover Defender is, this one was never really in contention. It's well outside my budget, and being an SUV, it doesn't meet one of my main requirements. As impressive as it is, this one's an easy pass. Let's move on and see what the next car has to offer.
Let me know, is this more or less your thing or not really? Or are you still stuck in the sports cars just as much as I am? Moving over to the delivery section, it looks like somebody actually just took delivery of a Jaguar F-Type. Lovely spec. I think those are 19s. Really gives definition to the car. Wow, this is really nice. Congratulations to the owner.
Now this Jaguar F-Type is absolutely stunning, but it's well beyond the budget for today's mission. And to make matters worse, it's already been sold. As tempting as it is, this one just wasn't meant to be. Let's move on and see what the next car has to offer.
But unfortunately, this is out of our price range. Unfortunately, just by a little bit. I don't know, maybe this is just a me thing, but I've just never been into SUVs. I don't know, these cars are just obnoxiously big. Like, I don't know, maybe it's just a stage in life, but I have to say I truly do appreciate them. There's one that's sitting right behind me. It's a Porsche Cayenne. Alright then, Kazai, since you don't like SUVs, what are you specifically looking for there? Well, I'm pretty much open to the idea to sedans, hatchbacks, but definitely not SUVs. So I think let's move on over to the hatchbacks and see what sort of cars they have for sale, and also some of the sedans too. Oh, fighting temptations. Right here we have a Polo, but this is definitely out of my price range too. This is not worth less than 100,000 rand. But I'm sure the minute we jump on over into the second dealership and have a look at some of the Polos that they have there, I think this definitely piqued my interest, I have to say. The next car up on the list is a Kia Picanto. I don't know about the dimensions because this car is a little bit too small for me. I'm leaning more something towards the size of the VW Polo, but I don't know, let's actually just take a look at it before we give our final judgment upon it. This car is nice, small and compact. As you can see here while it's parked, it's very small, it's quite narrow, very easy to park.
The Kia Picanto definitely ticks a few of the boxes, but if I'm being honest, it's just not the right fit for me. It's a little too small and it doesn't really suit the vision I have for the Cars924 project car. So we'll leave this one behind and move on to the next contender.
It's a really great car. I mean, like, don't get me wrong, but I think the size is a bit too small. It is a bit too small for me, so I think let's carry on and have a look at some other cars that would definitely fit the criteria. Now the next one up on the list is a VW Golf 7 GTI, a car that's basically cemented itself in the South African automotive scene. Let's quickly run through the engine specs.
Under the bonnet is a 2-litre turbocharged 4-cylinder engine producing 169 kilowatts and 350 newton-meters of torque, making it one of the best all-round hot hatches on the market. It's quick, practical, and has huge tuning potential.
Now the next car that definitely caught my attention is sitting right up in front of me. It's the Audi TT RS. I've actually had the opportunity to drive one of these cars thanks to Boss TT RS. He has a blue one. It's equipped with a 2.5 litre turbocharged inline 5, making north of 294 kilowatts.
This is something special, the Audi TT RS. Depending on the model year and condition, these cars can easily sell for anywhere between 400,000 and well over R1 million in South Africa. So it's definitely out of my price range for today's mission. That said, it's an incredible car. It drives beautifully, sounds absolutely phenomenal thanks to its iconic 5-cylinder engine, and it's always an experience behind the wheel. Unfortunately, this one isn't coming home with me. So let's move on to the next contender.
Oh yes, one of the all-time greats. I welcome you to the Mercedes-AMG C63S Saloon W205. This car is basically the successor to the Mercedes-AMG C63 W204 with the naturally aspirated 6.2 litre V8, but now with the successor W205, it's now equipped with a twin turbocharged V8, making 510 horsepower since this is the S variant, upwards north of more than 700 newton meters of torque. These cars are very punchy, they're very quick, and I've actually had the opportunity to have a passenger ride, and let me tell you, these things are definitely not a slouch.
After a thorough walk around of the vehicles inside the dome, we've seen everything from the Kia Picanto to the Land Rover Defender, Audi TT RS, and even the popular VW Polo. They're all fantastic cars in their own right, but unfortunately most of them sit just outside of my budget. So it's time time to head on over to Value Buy section, where hopefully we'll find a hidden gem that's a little easier on the wallet, and maybe even Cars924's very first project car.
I think it's an opportunity for us to now leave the main dome and go over to the second location where they are significantly a little bit cheaper and are within the price range. So let's go take a look. And now as we head on over to the location where it's a bit more friendlier on my budget. All right, and now you join me at the second location where we are greeted with majority of the inventory where it needs a little bit of TLC, tender loving care in terms of mechanics, bodywork, and obviously the paint job. So let's have a look at some of the cars that are within my budget and cars that I potentially am going to be happy about and will leave with. So as I was saying earlier on, inside of the dome was that one of my requirements for the car that I'm looking for potentially as a project car, it should not be an SUV. It could either be a hatchback or it could either be a sedan. And I think I found one of them, and it's a Chevy Sonic RS. I've just had a quick walk around on the vehicle and I've noticed a couple of things that are wrong with it. But as I said, this is a project car. I'm not looking for something that is pretty, something that has a little bit of patina and battle scars. But let me show you exactly what's wrong with this car. So the first thing that I noticed is that the bonnet isn't matching up to the front bumper. As you can see here, it's misaligned. It gets a little bit thinner, and it gets wider as it progresses towards the end of the bonnet. Number 2, badge is fading. Number 3, we have a cracked windscreen. And number 4, the rims are a little bit curved here, as you can see.
Next up is the Chevrolet Sonic. On the used market, these typically sell for anywhere between 70,000 Rand to 100,000 Rand, with some higher spec models fetching a little more. That means this one actually falls right within my budget. It's a practical hatchback with a sporty design, but before making any decisions, let's see what else is also on offer.
But that doesn't disqualify it. I think I would list it as a potential buy. This is really cool. Let's move on over to the next one. Now, growing up, there's a couple of automotive films that have fueled my passion. Dude, is that real? That did not just happen. Just before, as I was so rudely interrupted by that leaf, as I was growing up, there were a couple of automotive films that fueled my passion for cars, and one of them was The Italian Job. It's kind of cool and reminiscent to see a couple of Mini Coopers parked up together, a red and a blue one, but these ones are obviously newer generations compared to the earlier generations that premiered in the movie The Italian Job. I think those were the first generation Mini Cooper S's.
Produced between 2006 and 2013, the more affordable examples on the used market can be found for around about 70,000 to 100,000. So this one actually falls within my budget. I've always thought it would be really cool to build an Italian Job inspired tribute car, finished with the iconic styling and tasteful modifications. It's definitely an interesting option, but let's keep looking before making a final decision.
Doing a tribute / Cars924 Italian Job project car would be something really cool to see on the channel. But let's have a look at some of the other cars that they have besides the Mini Coopers. The next one is a Renault Megane Sport GT. I love this color that it's been finished off in. It looks like a royal blue. So immediately something that catches my attention apart from the paint job is the rims. Apart from them being curved, they've got these cool reflectors on them, which contrast well with the rest of the body paint. But if I had to get this car, this is something that I think I might have to remove. It looks cool as it is, but I think as I own the car, I would definitely have to remove them. And guess what? It's a hatchback, so this one definitely qualifies. So I think this one we added on over onto the list.
Now this is a proper hot hatch. Finished in this stunning blue, the Renault Megane GT Sport really stands out from the crowd. On the used market, these typically sell for 160,000 Rand to 240,000 Rand, which unfortunately puts this one well outside my 100,000 Rand budget. As tempting as it is, this isn't the right car for today's mission. It's time to move on and see if the next contender is the one that will become the very first Cars924 project car.
The next one that caught my attention is this Ford Focus ST, finished off with this stunning mustard yellow, but I know on camera it seems a little bit orange, but it is yellow. Do trust me on that. This one has some battle scars, as you can see here on the front bottom bumper. It's a little bit cracked right here. It might need a respray. Well, definitely will need a respray.
Now, this 2018 Ford Focus ST finished in this iconic tangerine scream definitely grabs your attention. This example has a few battle scars though, especially the front bumper, which could really do with the respray. On the used market, these usually sell for around about 280,000 Rand to 360,000 Rand. So it's well outside my 100,000 Rand budget. As tempting as it is, it's time to move on to the next contender.
And this next one has been extremely, well, aesthetically heavily modded, a BMW 320i. Let's cycle through some of the stuff that they did, but personally, me, myself, it's not something that I'm a massive fan of, but let's take a look nonetheless. So the first thing on the list, as you can clearly see, well, I don't think you'll be able to see it on camera, but there's tons tons of overspray here on the front bonnet. The kidney grills, they respray them to be red, including the front canards here at the bottom. Those have been resprayed to red. Headlights have been tinted up here in the front, as you can see. The rims have been resprayed to match the overall paint job of the color, which is black. I think you guys can now see that. It's been resprayed and it's not looking so great. Including the rear, it's also been fully resprayed. It's done not an amazing job. The rear tail lights have also been tinted as well, which is a Marmite look. It's either you like it or you don't. And they've also added on here a cool little ducktail spoiler, but it doesn't seem like the double-sided tape is holding onto it anymore. So when we do purchase this car, hopefully that doesn't fly away into the next vehicle or hit an innocent bystander. So let's take a look on the inside and see how it actually looks. Okay, I think I get it now. I think I see why they wanted to add some red accents on the exterior, like with the kidney grille and the front canards. So the seats are finished off in this red, but they have definitely seen some sort of better days. It is a automatic, so that's definitely a deal breaker. It's got the old traditional BMW infotainment screen up front, and a cool little feature here is well, it's not a panoramic sunroof, just a normal standard sunroof. The car's very comfortable. I like the steering wheel, the driving position. This is a really cool car, and it actually surprisingly smells really nicely inside here, but I don't know, man. The automatic gearbox is definitely going to be a deal breaker, hey? But I think let's move on over to the next car. But standard as they come, the F30 BMW 320i, let me just show you a day and night difference between that one and the one that's sitting right in front of me. So here is a standard BMW 320i F30, no respray, no funny aesthetic mods that has been done to it. This is actually really cool, but I think I would appreciate it just slightly a little bit more if it was a manual transmission. Let's just see if this car's unlocked. Oh yeah, it is unlocked. Yeah, deal breaker right there. It's a automatic. So one of the reasons why I'm so persistent on a manual transmission is that I want the driving experience to be really engaging and super fun. I want to be the one that's going to be changing the gears. I want to be doing all the manual downshifting by myself. It's going to be really cool to experience. So that's one of the main reasons why I actually want a manual transmission. So another car that I just found here is a Citi Golf, which is having a proper identity crisis. Does it want to be white or does it want to be maroon? This is a serious car which is going to need a lot of work done, especially when it comes to the paint. And yeah, let's have a look inside. A plus is that this has a manual transmission. This doesn't have power steering, so it's going to be a proper driver's car. I don't know, let me not write it off too quickly, hey? It looks like it's just a respray. Yeah, I think I'll add it on to the list. This definitely qualifies. It's got potential, got a manual transmission, and it's got a lot of patina and a lot of battle scars. So I don't know, we'll add it onto the list. Let's go and see some of the cars that we still have left over. It's an incredibly hot day, but my oh my, am I not shocked and mesmerized by the amount of cars that they have sitting on the floor here. It's ridiculous. There's so many. The next car that I've just seen is a Golf 7 GTI, which definitely has seen better days, but let's quickly inspect it, see what's wrong, and then potentially maybe add it onto the list and see which one actually qualifies. But one of the things that I noticed about this Golf 7 GTI is that the rims are actually curved. But one thing that I have to say that is not a deal breaker is that the rim, just because the rims are curved, it's not a deal breaker. I mean, like when I do purchase this car as a project car for Cars924, one of the things that I would love to do is to actually change the rims just to give the car a better aesthetic appearance. So that's not a deal breaker, but they are curved. Another thing is that it's missing a fuel filler cap. And lastly, another cool optional extra that I really do appreciate is this Oettinger ducktail spoiler that's been added onto here. Also a gloss back rear diffuser. Now my heart nearly skipped a beat as I was just walking past. I did see a badge that said Nissan Skyline, and I thought to myself, I just have to stop and show you guys. But unfortunately, it's not an R34 GTR Nissan Skyline. It is a Nissan Skyline 200 GLE. Now, is this something that I'm open to in purchasing it and making as a project car for Cars924? Not necessarily, because this car sits on the older side. It is a relatively older car, and I'm looking for something that's also still relatively new, but I still do appreciate. Now, I'm not looking. There's a whole lot of SUVs, and I'm definitely not interested in them. As I said, one of the criteria, it should be a hatchback or a sedan, and it should be manual, and SUVs are definitely excluded. We're not doing SUVs. So just excuse the noise. I think they're washing some of the cars that are just right behind me. But something that I thought I'd mention is that this is like the 4th or the 5th Mini Cooper that I've seen as I'm doing a walk around, and here it is. It's a Mini Cooper. I think this is the earlier models. I think this is like a 2006 R100 R52. It's a convertible. This is really cool. I don't know if this is hinting or forcing me to actually work on a Mini Cooper and potentially maybe doing a project on that, but let's go and have a look at some of the other cars that they have here on this floor. Oh, yes, I really do like this. This is a Mercedes-Benz SL 500. Also a convertible, but it's a hard top convertible compared to the soft top Mini Cooper. This is a really cool spec. It's finished off in this maroon, and it's also got a white interior. I don't know how that will fare out, but I think I'm open to that as well. But let's quickly jump inside. Wow, this is cool. This is giving early 2000s. Yes, this is nice, guys. This is really cool. You've got a glass top, a traditional old Mercedes-Benz gauge cluster with the old school steering wheel, a very early 2000s infotainment screen, and here we are. Wow, man, this is cool. It's got this cool mahogany finish to it, and as mentioned, white seats with perforated leather. Yes, this is cool. I don't know, let me know if this is something that you guys would be interested in seeing on the channel. Wow, this is really cool. It's super comfortable inside. It just screams Mercedes. This is really cool. I'm very impressed, eh? I'm so impressed. This is probably the car that has definitely caught my attention. This is really nice. Wow, let's not sit in this car for too long and end up doing an emotional purchase, but wow, this will be an amazing channel car.
Now this is a proper Grand Tourer, the 2007 Mercedes-Benz SL 500. Under the bonnet sits a naturally aspirated 5.5 litre V8 producing 285 kilowatts, delivering effortless performance and that unmistakable V8 soundtrack. On the used market, these typically sell for anywhere between 160,000 Rand and well over 400,000 Rand depending on the condition and mileage, so this one's definitely outside my budget. The timeless exterior design still turns heads today, and the elegant white leather interior gives it a truly luxurious feel. As tempting as it is, this one just isn't the right fit for the Cars924 project car. Let's move on to the next contender.
Here's one Mini Cooper here. We've also got another Mini Cooper right here. Wait a minute. Wait. I think we've just found the channel car. This is it.
Today was all about possibilities. Inside the dome, we explored everything from the rugged Land Rover Defender to the ever-popular Volkswagen Polo, the iconic Volkswagen Golf 7 GTI, and even the luxurious Porsche Cayenne. Then moving over to the value buys, the options kept getting better. We checked out the Renault Megane RS, the Ford Focus ST, two very different Mini Cooper builds in blue and red, a BMW 320i, and a classic Volkswagen City Golf. Every single car has its own character. Some made sense with the head, others spoke to the heart. But choosing the next Cars924 project car was always about finding something that represents the future of the brand. After all the walking, all the discussions, and all the dreaming, one car stood out from the rest. The decision has been made. Join us in the next episode for the full reveal of the brand new Cars924 project car and the beginning of our biggest chapter yet.